Hello, my name is Anne and this is Toby, and welcome to a Tobyknits podcast, episode 167. How are you all? It's actually cooler here today, and I mean a lot cooler. It's very overcast, very dull, looks like it's gonna rain, but I don't care because it's not humid. If you're new here, welcome. I live in Ontario, Canada. I have been retired 6 years and living a very crafty life, as you will find out. And I am originally from England, so I love soccer, football, of course Liverpool, and I love F1, and I love knitting, cross stitch, quilting, crochet, all the lovelies. So anyway, get a cup of tea, get comfy, because today it's Monday, so we are going to be talking about knitting. Aren't we, Toby? Are we going to talk about knitting? Oh, we are. And I have no finished objects to show you. You know, why would I? I keep starting new things. And or want to start new things. But this week I have worked on 2 projects. Car knitting. So if you don't know, I don't drive. I can't drive. I have no idea how to do it. I know you have a go pedal and you have a stop pedal, and you just point it right in the direction you want to go. But then there's all them other things that get involved, like indicator things and I think you call them turn signals here, and mirrors that you have to check, and you know, like, no, you have to be in the specific lane. And I don't know my left from my right, so half the time I don't know which side of the road I'm meant to be on, even though I've lived here 40 odd years. Still don't know. So it's just best I don't drive. So when I'm in the car with Bob, I have car knitting. Always car knitting. It's either a pair of socks or a Musselburgh. So at the moment, this is my new bag I just made. It was going in the shop. I'm sorry, I kept it for myself. And I asked everybody, because this is the Netherwood bag, if you don't know. Netherwood was my maiden name. I name all my bags after family members, family surnames. So this is the Netherwood bag. And look, I even put this on there. It has 2 pockets inside, so it's super useful, but it's perfect for socks or small hat projects, stuff like that. And I had designed another one that was taller and skinnier, and there's 2 of them in the shop, one in this fabric. And I asked everybody, did I like the original Netherwood, which is this one, or which is wider and shorter, and the other one is tall and skinny, and everybody seems to like this one better. So going forward, I'll be making them back to the usual original size. And so in this one is the new Musselburgh. So I love that pattern. I don't know why I've never made it previous to this year, because it's been out for a while and so many people make it. And so I've made one for Sean, who's here. Yes, my Sean is here today from Nova Scotia. He came in on Friday, got picked up by some friends, and because he had a wedding on Saturday. So he stayed with friends Friday and Saturday night, attended the wedding, and then he came here yesterday. We picked him up and he came back, and he spent yesterday and then today, and then he flies home tonight back to Nova Scotia. So it's just been lovely having him home. So I made one for Sean, and then I made one for Andrew, my other son, who lives in the next village, which I dyed the yarn for both of theirs. And then my daughter-in-law was here, and I said, I'll make you one, because I made everybody try it on so I could get the right fit for everyone. And I said, tell me what yarn you want. And so she picked this yarn, which had been dyed up by a friend of mine who lives in the village here and used to dye, called Bear Street Yarns, I think it was. Wait, I'm sure I have, yeah. That's what she used to be. And her daughter and herself used to dye it. And this is called Sweet Mardi Gras. And after her daughter finished university and got a job, she didn't have time to dye yarn anymore. So I bought all her equipment off her. Now I dye yarn. So, but this was one of her yarns. And this is my Musselburgh so far. Isn't that pretty? I love these colors. Love those colors a lot. So yeah, so this is very pretty. I've got my little stoppers on that I got from my friend MJ. And I've started with putting stoppers on now. I'm getting really good at that. I never used to, and I was forever losing my thing. So there's the top. I do that cast on she does. Ysolda Teague? No. Is she the one who did the Musselburgh? I feel like she is. Or is she the Ranunculus? I don't know. I'll put it on the screen. It's one or the other. And yeah, so I love it. It's coming out great. So I had got this far with the DPNs when I was getting ready to go to Nova Scotia. And I did start a little bit of this on the way home from Nova Scotia. I probably got about an inch because it's a long drive, and I'd finished my other car knitting socks. So since then, I've done this much from about here to here. So yeah, and I did this time remember to keep in the markers, so when I do the decrease, I know where I'm at. Last time I forgot that. In fact, last 2 times I forgot that. But anyway, so this is my car knitting. So that's what I have been working on. Anytime we go out in the car, I work on that. So just put that back in that bag. There. The other thing I've been working on is in the middle bag, and this is my Ranunculus. Can you tell? And the reason I made this bag was I wanted this to sit beside the chair and leave the yarn in. So it really is like a bucket bag. It's not one that you would take your yarn. Well, you probably could if you were going somewhere, and you could probably stick it on your wrist like that and then knit. I never thought of that. But anyway, and this has no pockets in it, and it's just a just lined, no pockets. So this is the Ranunculus, which is that by Ysolda Teague, or is that by somebody else? I wish I could remember. This is my second Ranunculus. Isn't that pretty? I absolutely love and adore this pattern. It's so easy. You start at the neck, you come down, you finish the whole yoke, and the yoke is done in one size only. As soon as you've finished the yoke and you're ready to split for sleeves and the raglan part, that's when you decide what is your size. Mine is a size 2 that I'm doing, and it's not baggy and loose because I don't like baggy loose clothes, but it's not tight fitting. So this is just going to be right. And I'm faded the yoke color, which I hand dyed myself, and there are a couple of these in the shop. I can't even remember. I have a terrible memory day today. I can't even remember what this one's called. Let me see if it's over here. Yes, there it is. So there are a few of these in the shop. It's called Strawberry Social. I don't know why I forgot that. And it's got purple bits in it, and rose colors and gray. So what I wanted to do with it was I wanted to fade the gray where you see the gray, and then fade and just do a plain gray at the bottom, which is light and dark grays. There's little, as you can see. And this is a sport weight that I'm using. I think it's 100% merino. I don't think there's any nylon in this. No, but it's 17 microns, whatever that is. And it's super soft and beautiful. This one, I think I want to do long sleeves, just in gray. But I don't know. I haven't really decided. But so this is coming on really good. And I had got to this point here and tried it on. And so from this point, I need to do 3 more inches before I start the rib for the bottom. So that looks like about 1 inch there. So yeah, and I did this at Knit Club. I went to Knit Club on Thursday night, so I took it with me and worked on it there. Hadn't seen the girls for 2 weeks because of course I'd been away. So it was fun to catch up with the girls. And we're thinking of starting a cross stitch club too on the off weeks, because Knit Club's every 2 weeks. And then I also took it with me when I went to my friend's. Hello, I am going over to Gatineau today to see a friend of mine and another podcaster for a bit of a knit day. So come with me. Say hello, Bob.
Hello, Bob.
We are going over the bridge to Gatineau, Quebec.
Wow, there's a big event going on there.
Yeah. There's the Parliament buildings. And the river. And roadworks. As always, roadworks.
We call it construction.
Oh yeah, right. I forgot what country I was in.
Bloody Brits. Well, that's a Cirque du Soleil.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I went to Sue's, who is, her and Liz are Distant Stitches on YouTube. So I went to her place and I met all her Knit Club girls, one of whom was Selma from Selma Knits, because she lives in Ottawa. And so it was really fun to meet them all. I had a great time, learned a few things. I did. And yeah, we just had a fab day. I took that with me to work on, and then I took my cross stitch, but you'll see that on Wednesday. So yeah, we had a fabulous day. I totally forgot to take pictures while I was there, and I was going to do a little video of us all, and I forgot because we were that busy chatting. Well, I was chatting, let's be real. But yeah, so it was a lot of fun, and yes, as I say, Sean is home. Sean. So we had all the family over yesterday and had a giant, well, we were going to have a barbecue, but it rained all day. It was so hot and muggy. It was awful, and pouring rain. I hate when it's like that. So we stayed inside, whacked up the air conditioning, got all the toys out in the living room for the kids to play. And my niece was here with her two. My sister-in-law came, my other son and his two and wife. And it was just a massive house full of people, and it was so much fun. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. And Diane, I made the ice cream cake for everybody. Big hit, big hit. If you don't know, check out Diane from My Pink Bathtub. She made in her, was it your July vlogs or something? Christmas in July. It was her Christmas in July, and she showed us how to make this ice cream cake, and I fell in love with it, made it. I've made it twice now, so you need to go check out that. And yeah, big hit with the kids. So yeah, so it was a lot of fun. I'm tired today because it was very noisy here. They were here from 3 o'clock until 7 or 8 o'clock last night, and I was very tired. I'm very tired today. So that then brings me on to purchases. So you might have noticed on Instagram that I purchased, I'm kind of into at the moment sport weight yarn. And so I went to Knitpicks to look and see what they have. Sometimes I get my yarn there to dye my bare yarn from them, but I wanted to see before I did that what their colors were like that they have. And I got this one, which is just, oh, it is so soft. And it is a sport weight. It's called Heatherly because it's got like, it's heathered. It's not a straight dye color. And this one's called Juice Box. And this is 80% acrylic, 20% merino. And I would like to make, I got 2 of them because I want to make this for Evie. Although I might make it a bit longer. But I want to make that for Evie. And this is from the King Cole Baby Knits. And this one is just called Baby Raglan Cardigan and Sweater. So you can make it as a cardigan, or you can do it as a sweater with long sleeves or short sleeves, and the sweater with long sleeves or short sleeves. So I think I want to make this one for Ev, and to do it in this. So it should knit up quick because, as I say, it's a sport weight. Now, I also have been for ages wanting to make for Leo the Wanderer sweater by Tin Can Knits. I had seen Ellie's, she's made one, I think she made one for her little boy. And then which she showed us on her YouTube channel, Ellie is Craft House Magic. And then she made one for herself. So I got this one to make for Leo. This one is called Sea Glass. And again, it's the Heatherly sport weight, super soft. So I got 3 of these because he's bigger than Evie. And because there's a lot of, it's got 3 rows down the front. I'll put a picture here. It has 3 rows of cables down the front. So I figured I might need more. So I got 3 of that. So those are 2 that I'd like to cast on this week. But I'm trying to tell myself to finish the Ranunculus before I start one of the baby sweaters, or that other flipping cotton t-shirt thing that I don't know if I like anymore, but it's just the cotton. And I need to just, I think I need to spend a weekend just working on that and nothing else. Get used to how it feels in my hand and not go to any of the lush, lovely fingering or sport weight yarns that I normally use. I don't know. But we'll see. But I am itching to put them on, to cast them on. And then finally, you know, I've been obsessed at the moment with Peter Rabbit, especially with my cross stitch. I decided I wanted to dye some Peter Rabbit yarn. Now, I didn't have one of the colors, like in a crew color that I needed to get. And every time I try to order it from Knitpicks, I get all my dye from Knitpicks. It's a Jacquard acid dye that I use, and they've been sold out forever. And finally they got it back in stock. And so I dyed up this, which I am calling Peter. Isn't it pretty? I have no idea what I'm going to do with it. I just loved it so much, this color. It's probably going to be a pair of socks. I mean, let's get real. This is on my fingering weight base, which is an 80/20. It's the classic, I think it's the classic sock. And I get my yarn in Ontario from a mill there. And they process it all and spin it there. So, yeah, isn't that pretty? Oh, I love it. So this is an 80/20, 80% merino, 20% nylon. And I dyed up, because I went to this knit group thing with these at Sue's. I took some with me minis, and I dyed up some minis, and just little ones. And I gave them all to the ladies that were present, and I have a few left. So that's all I have for you today. I would like to thank everyone who has purchased from the shop. I did a little shop update on the weekend. And thank you so much for everybody who purchased a bag. They will be on their way today. Until Wednesday, when it's flush tube. Bye.